once said a profound thing. When we choose for ourselves, we often pick what seems best, but when we leave the choice to God, He selects the absolute best for us. In a small village, there lived a poor family, and among them was a little boy who absolutely loved almonds. Due to the family's poverty, almonds were a rare treat, so whenever he got a chance to eat them, the boy was filled with excitement. One day, his father decided to surprise him by making a special dessert, almond halwa. After preparing it, he made 2 bowls of the halwa and placed them on the table. He then asked the boy to choose one. One bowl had 2 almonds visible on top, while the other bowl didn't have any almonds in sight. Being a lover of almonds, the boy quickly chose the bowl with 2 almonds on top. He was thrilled and thought he had made the best choice. His father, without saying much, took the other bowl. Both began eating their halwa. As the boy ate, he soon realized something strange. His bowl contained only the 2 almonds that were visible on the top, and there were no more almonds hidden inside. However, when he looked over at his father's bowl, he saw that his father had 4 almonds hidden beneath the surface of the halwa. The boy's excitement turned into disappointment. He started to feel upset and thought to himself, "I should have picked the other bowl." The boy couldn't understand why his father had more almonds, even though his bowl had looked better on the outside. Noticing his son's disappointment, the father smiled gently and said, "My dear son, let me teach you something important today. In life, things are not always as they appear on the surface. What looks better on the outside isn't always what's best. When you make decisions based on what you see at first glance, you may miss the bigger picture. Always remember that in life, not everything that shines is gold." The next day, the father decided to repeat the same process to teach his son a deeper lesson. He made almond halwa again and prepared 2 bowls. Just like the previous day, one of the bowls had 2 almonds visible on top, while the other bowl had none in sight. Placing them both on the table, he asked his son to choose again. This time, the boy thought about what had happened the day before. He wanted to make a smarter decision. So, thinking he had learned the lesson, the boy decided to choose the bowl without any almonds visible. He thought that this bowl would surely have more almonds hidden inside, just like his father's bowl from the previous day. But to his dismay, when the boy began eating, he found that there were no almonds at all in his bowl. His father, however, had received the 2 almonds that were on top of his bowl. The boy became even more confused and frustrated. He couldn't understand why things hadn't gone the way he had expected, and he began feeling angry with himself for making the wrong choice once again. Seeing his son's confusion, the father smiled again and calmly explained, "My son, life teaches us new lessons every day. It's important to learn from our past experiences, but it's also important not to hold on to them too tightly. Every day is different, and each situation brings new challenges and opportunities. What worked yesterday may not work today, and we need to remain flexible and open-minded. Life keeps changing, and we need to adapt to it." On the 3rd day, the father decided to repeat the same test. He made almond halwa, prepared 2 bowls, one with almonds on top and one without, and placed them on the table. This time, however, the boy had finally understood the true lesson his father was trying to teach. Instead of rushing to choose a bowl, the boy turned to his father and said, "Father, you are wiser than me. You take care of the family, and you understand things better than I do. Today, you choose the bowl first, and I will take whichever one is left." Hearing this, the father smiled with pride. He picked the bowl with the 2 almonds on top and left the other bowl for his son. The boy accepted the remaining bowl with gratitude. As he began eating, he discovered something wonderful. There were 8 almonds hidden inside the halwa. The boy laughed with joy, realizing that his father had been teaching him a valuable lesson all along. The father, seeing his son's happiness, said, "My child, when you stop thinking only about yourself and start thinking about others, good things naturally come to you. And when you trust in God and leave the decisions in His hands, He will always choose the best for you. Sometimes, it's not about making the perfect choice. It's about trusting that life or God will give you what you need at the right time. The moral of this story is simple yet profound. In life, we should act with a pure heart and selfless intentions. When we stop thinking only of ourselves and start considering others, life has a way of rewarding us in ways we might not expect.